Hello everybody, it's Liliana Rowena, and you may remember where I left off in my last video, if you watched it, that I ended up reading the Princess Code from the Princess Portal. And largely when I've been diving into like Lolita history, at least in the Western community, I've been mainly using EGL Live Journal for like first-hand documents. Feels kind of silly to call them first-hand documents, but that would technically be what they are, by looking only on Live Journal. However, I remembered on so many videos I've watched, posts I've read, this particular blog keeps being brought up. So I went to the Wayback Machine and I found a page in there, it took a lot of clicking, where it had Princess Sky's articles that she wrote. I really enjoyed her writing style and her very positive approach to being a lifestyle Lolita, and I wanted to read this one I found, which is titled To Be Lolita. So, without further ado, from Princess Sky's perspective, to be Lolita. To be Lolita is to live in a world of one's own creation. It is to recapture that childlike sense of wonder and joy at the pretty little things in life and fulfill one's own dream of elegance and femininity. When a Lolita puts on a dress bedecked with frills and bows, ties a ribbon in her hair, and steps into her Mary Janes, she is throwing off the mantle of adult responsibility. All her worries and fears melt away, and she may smile again, like a little girl, and walk with a spring in her step, taking pleasure in life itself, the floral scents of the garden, the sweet drop of tea upon her tongue. The big dirty world becomes once more a wonderland created for her enjoyment. Who cares if the common folk give strange glances or turn their heads? Lolita is waltzing to a different tune, living life in the here and now, rather than constantly worrying for tomorrow and regretting the past. The magic of Lolita is the ability to freeze time in an era that never was, where all girls are princesses and dine on tea and cake. It is to grow up as you imagined you would as a young girl, growing not older, but more beautiful, falling in love with the world and gazing with an awe upon a clear blue sky. That is the first paragraph, and all I can say is that this person's writing style is so poetic and beautiful, and I really appreciate it a lot. Oh my goodness, that's just one of the most beautiful things that I've had the pleasure of reading out loud, which sounds really ridiculous, but it's all of the themes that I love, and I really love this, and we've got a few more paragraphs to go. To become Lolita, to accept this beauty in oneself is no easy task, however. A Lolita must surrender her concepts of what is normal and expected by others, for these false thoughts will hold her back from reaching her dreams and realizing her own fantasy world. The first step then comes in saying to oneself, what makes me happy must come first. That is not pure selfishness, for to live only to the pleasure of others creates an inner ugliness that will consume your dreams. To follow your own happiness is an inspiration to all and will create joy wherever you go. Mockery will turn to envy when they realize you are at peace with yourself and way of life. Thus, Lolita must break the chains that bind her to these false notions. When one achieves this, she will feel a sudden lightness, as if a great weight has been lifted from her shoulders and she can now fly. Free from the burdens that she has carried, what do they think of me? What should I do? Is replaced with, where shall I fly today? That is the state of mind we seek. The nature of Lolita is to escape. However, this is often misunderstood, for while one is choosing to abandon the moral responsibilities, to grow up, to live as a common citizen with mundane worries and cares, it is not the choice to only see the bright side of life. Lolita also has her gothic side, the fascination with the false innocence of childhood, the surreal concept of fatality, and the shadows that even young maidens cast. Some days she may choose to wear a dress of black with skulls and crosses as her signature. of her own fairy tale. These words are for you, the girl who chooses to dream. May they help you find your wings. From 2006. That was so fun to read, just out loud. I felt like I was reading a fairy tale, but it was the way that it was being written was like you got to be the star of the fairy tale, which is the idea and my favorite way to engage with lifestyle Lolita. I kind of had mentioned some stuff similar to what's in this in the last video, so I think that's super cool. But this is so beautiful. I will put the Wayback Machine link down below. Let me save that. Oh, that was just so happy to read. An anachronism, the very, I don't know how to describe that. I feel very happy that I got to share that with my audience, considering it's something that takes a lot of clicking to get to, and you have to even have the knowledge that it exists, and then that there's the Wayback Machine. And also, if you click too far forward, you'll get to the other website that Princess Sky made that does not contain this. You have to go back to 2008 on the Wayback Machine to be able to access these articles, because if not, you'll end up on the Lost Princess, and you can't find those articles on that revamp of the blog. So, oh my goodness, that was just wonderful. I enjoyed that so much. I need to pull up a notepad so I can save that to put into my description, because that was a wonderful read, and I think very very reminiscent of what I think of when I think of a lifestyle Lolita. It is so beautiful, so beautiful. I definitely think like the focus on escapism is interesting. I do now that I'm a little bit older. When I was like late teenager, I really appreciated just how escapist some of this stuff was. Now that I'm older, I do generally like take a more grounded approach to being a lifestyle Lolita. Like, although I do really enjoy my escapism, and I feel like a lovely princess slash prince when I get dressed up, I do have bills and a 9-to-5 that I have to go to. So I like to kind of bring some grounded reality to my experiences, but getting to take some time to be in this fantasy world with these writers, kind of taking me right back to that time period, is wonderful. I hope you guys enjoyed the article. I think I'm going to have a little mini series of the next couple videos are just going to be me reading through these writings from, I don't know if they're all going to be from 2006, but these writings that were made for lifestyle Lolitas back when that was really the only way to be a Lolita. The concept of Lolita fashion as just clothes has been around for a while, but it certainly wasn't the most prevailing idea at the height of like when the interest in Lolita fashion was there. absolutely